stopped and thought about the ground under your feet? I mean, really thought about it. Not just as something we walk on, but as the very beginning of, well, everything. Today, we're going to dig deep into a topic that's quietly changing our world: soil erosion. It's the story of how our ground is literally disappearing. Just look at this picture. It's so much more than just a nice-looking field, isn't it? This is where it all begins. The food that lands on our plate, the cotton that makes our clothes, even the very air we breathe. It's all tied to the health of this soil. It's the silent foundation for our entire existence. And then you see a number like this: 95%. Just let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that mean? Well, that's what it means. 95% of our most basic needs, our food, our shelter, our clothing, it all comes from the soil. You see, it's not just some dirt. It's our absolute lifeline. So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First up, we'll see why soil is basically our whole world. Then, we'll meet the villain of our story, this silent thief called erosion. We'll look at what's causing it, and most importantly, we'll explore how we can actually fight back and protect our land. Right, let's start at the beginning by really understanding this foundation of all life. So what is soil, really? At its simplest, yes, it's the top layer of the earth. But it's so much more. It's a living, breathing community. It's like a treasure box filled with resources. And it is absolutely vital for almost all life on this planet. And it's incredible just how much it does for us, you know? It holds up the forests that bring us rain. It's packed with valuable minerals. It's a home for millions of tiny organisms that keep the whole ecosystem running. We get materials for our homes from it, and it even stores our fresh water underground. It's amazing, no? Okay, now let's talk about the problem. Because there's this silent thief at work, and it's stealing this precious resource from right under our noses. And this thief has a name: soil erosion. Basically, it's when that top fertile layer of soil, the most important part, gets carried away from one place to another. And the main getaway drivers: water and wind. And this is what's left behind. You can see it right here. When that topsoil is gone, the land just cracks. It becomes infertile. Plants struggle to grow. For farmers, this is a disaster, meaning poor harvests, which affects their livelihood, and of course, our food supply. So, who exactly are these culprits? Let's take a closer look at the forces, both natural and, well, us, that are causing our ground to disappear. First up, we have running water. Just imagine heavy monsoon rains causing massive floods, or powerful rivers just tearing through the land. They have the power to wash away the topsoil from huge, huge areas. We've seen this happen in places like the Chambon Valley in Madhya Pradesh.
And this is such a powerful example from history. The Huanghe, the Yellow River in China, was called the Sorrow of China for this very reason. Its floods, made worse by erosion, caused terrible devastation for centuries. It reminds me so much of our own rivers, like the Kosi in Bihar, which is known to cause similar havoc.
The second big natural force is, of course, wind. Especially in dry and flat areas, strong winds can just pick up that loose, light topsoil and carry it off, sometimes for hundreds of kilometers. And what's left behind is just barren land. But, it's not just nature. We humans play a huge part in this. Think about deforestation. When we cut down trees, we're removing the roots that act like anchors, holding the soil in place. And then there's overgrazing. When too many cattle eat up all the grass, the soil is left totally exposed, just waiting to be blown or washed away. Now, I know this all sounds very serious, and it is. But here's the good news. This is a fight we can actually win. It is not a lost cause. We have what it takes to protect this resource. So that leads us to the big question, right? With all of this happening, what do we do? How can we possibly stop our soil from vanishing? The answer lies in these two simple words: soil conservation. It's all about being proactive, taking careful, thought-out steps to protect the soil and prevent erosion from happening in the first place. So let's see what these solutions actually look like. What are the practical tools we can use to become, you could say, guardians of the soil? So here's our conservation toolkit. First, we can grow cover crops that hold the soil together. Second, we plant trees to act like shields against the wind. Third, on hilly areas, we can actually cut steps or terraces to slow down water. And fourth, we can build dams and embankments to control rivers. This slide shows it perfectly. On one side, you have the problem, deforestation, leaving the land bare. And on the other, the solution, afforestation. This means planting more trees. They act as a living wall, a shield that protects the precious soil from the wind. And we can even get clever with how we shape our land. On steep hills, we can build these steps, which you see here. That's terrace farming. It slows down the rainwater so it doesn't just wash the soil away. And to tame those powerful rivers, we can build strong walls called embankments. It's all about using our brains to work with nature, not against it. But really, at the end of the day, it's not just about technology. It's about people. It's about all of us coming together, seeing the problem, and deciding to act. The future of our soil is quite literally in our own hands. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The ground that we walk on is not dead. It is alive, it's breathing, and it's what sustains all of us. The only question left is, what are we going to do to protect it?